All right. For today's session, I've collected 8 questions in total for quants and 2 for LRDI. We'll start off with this doubt posted by uh, Bhavna, I believe, or it's either Bhavna or Afif, I don't remember. I think Bhavna. There's average doubt related to allegation and deviations, and this was the question. This is one of the questions from our handout itself. So yes, so we have in the context we have this information given to us. I'll just quickly move to the next slide. Uh, so I'll just break out each and every information and we'll analyze whatever we can from each and every information. So from the first information, in a class of 50 students, there are two sections A and B having students in the ratio 2:3. So that itself tells us there are 20 students in A and 30 students in B. That's all we can gather from there. The next one says, now this is important. It says that the average weight of the students of the entire class is 40 kilo. So by the class, it means both the sections combined, the class of 50 students, that is. And the average weight of section A is 2 kg less than that of section B. So let us first graphically understand. So allegation is what I'm trying to apply here. So let us first graphically understand what is happening. So you have let's consider the average of section A as A itself, and then the average of section B should be A+2, right? And we have the net average once we mix these two sections of the entire class is 40 kilo, and these two averages will be mixed in the ratio 2:3 because that is the number of students, right? That is the weight for these averages. So this is a chart for allegation. Now, a couple of things to take a note of. One is the difference here, difference between the two averages, the two initial averages, that is 2. And another thing is the sum of the parts of the ratio. So the sum of parts of the ratio is 5. So how to relate these two things in allegation? If you think about it, if you remember the basic idea of allegation, so A and 40 will have a difference corresponding to this 3, and A+2 and 40 will have a difference corresponding to this 2. But more importantly, whatever is the difference between A and 40 will be listed instead of 3, and whatever is the difference between 40 and A+2 will be listed instead of 2, right? But we should also understand that the 40, the net average of the entire class, should lie between A and A+2. So if you consider these three things on a number line, so A being the leftmost number, then 40, and then A+2, then the net movement is 2, that is A to A+2. There's a net movement of 2 units. But if you think about the differences, A to 40 should be written on the right side, and 40 and A+2 difference should be written on the left side. So these two differences should actually add up to a total difference of 2, right? So these two numbers should correlate. So the 2 and 5 should directly correspond. So they should be the same number. The difference between the averages and the sum of parts of the ratio, these should always be equal, right? Now, because the averages are fixed value, we cannot change that. So let us try to think in this way. What could we multiply to the ratio so that we get an equality? So it's very simple. So what should we multiply to 5 in order to make it equal to 2? And that should be how much? 2/5. Correct. So if we have 2/5 multiplied here, effectively we are multiplying 2/5 to each of the parts of the ratio, right? So that is 2 into 2/5 and 3 into 2/5. So once we do that, so we have 2 into 2/5 as 4/5, so that is 0.8, and 3 into 2/5 as 6/5, that is 1.2. So this is what we have now. Now if you see, the difference of A and A+2 is 2, and the 0.8 and 1.2 is actually adding up to 2, right? So that is fine now, because now everything should correlate, because A and 40 should have a difference of 1.2, and A+2 and 40 should have a difference of 0.8. So that everything correlates now. So now all is remaining is to get this adjustment done. So in this case, I've adjusted it with 40 itself, both the differences. You can very well figure out simply the average of B, because that's a higher average. If you check the allegation tree here, A is having a lower average, and that is written in the information as well. So A plus 2 should be more than 40. So how much more? 0.8 more cross differences allegation. So 40 plus 0.8, you can figure out 40.8 and then simply subtract 2 to get the value of A. Or you can do this one also. So 40 plus 0.8 and 40 minus 1.2. And then you get the averages of A and B. So this is what we needed to figure out from this particular information. So we have got this. Average of A is 38.8. Our average of B is 40.8. So let's now keep this information aside. So now we have this information with us. Average of A is 38.8 and average of B is 40.8. Now, next, let's move on to the next information that is available to us. Now, moving to the next information, now we are starting with the crucial information. So, because if you look at the question, find the difference in weights of Aishwarya and Abhishek. So, these two information, this one and the next one, are dealing with information related to Abhishek and Aishwarya. So, these are the most crucial information regarding the set. So, it says that if Abhishek shifts from section A to section B, the average weights of the sections become equal. Now, if you think what is happening, so first of all, if the average of the sections are becoming equal, we know that the average of the entire class is 40 kilo. So that is not going to change, right? So average of each section must be now equal to 40 kilo, right? So only in that scenario you can have the average of the entire class. So you cannot mix 38 and 38 to get 40, right? So if the averages of the two sections are equal, then that should be equal to the final average also. So you have this thing as, derived very easily. So the average of each section must be equal to the class average, that is 40 kilos. So what is happening? After the shift, so we can take any one section and into perspective, either from A or B. I've considered B in this case. So considering the perspective of section B, before Abhishek moved, section B had 30 students and the average was 40.8. You can see this on the left hand side. It's already listed, the two information. So we had 30 students in total and had an average of 40.8. So after Abhishek moved, B had now 31 students and obviously the average is 40 kilos. So what is happening because of the shift? So we can deal with deviations now, we can deal with offsets. So first thing, the 30 students initially that was present in the class has a deviation of 0.8 from the final average, right? That is plus 0.8. They have an deviation of plus 0.8 from the final average. So the total deviation from these 30 students is plus 0.8 into 30, which is plus 24. So if the 30 students together have a total offset of plus 24, and we already know that this is the average basic idea. So the total offset of the entire class of 31 students should be 0. So this implies that Abhishek should have a deviation of minus 24 himself from 40. So this is now very easy. We can figure out the weight of Abhishek. So Abhishek has a deviation of minus 24 from 40. So that is giving us the weight of Abhishek. Very unrealistic, but that is how the data goes. So Abhishek is weighing 16 kilos, right? Now let's move to, let's keep that information and let's move to the next information. So we have Aishwarya shifting from section B to section A. Then the average of the two section become equal. Then again, both section has to be 40. And similar to what we did for Abhishek, now let's take the perspective of section A. So before Aishwarya moved, there were 20 students in the section and had an average of 38.8 kilo. It's listed on the left hand side. After Aishwarya moved, the section has 21 students and has an average of 40 kilos, right? So again, let's deal with offsets. So the 20 students that were already present in the section, they had an offset of minus 1.2 from 40 kilos each. So minus 1.2 for 30 so this will be 20. This is a misprint. You can see the calculation later on. So minus 1.2 cross 20, that would be minus 24. The rest of the bit is fine. So this minus 1.2 is for 20 students each. So combined, that will have a total offset of minus 24. So if the remaining 20 students have an offset of minus 24, so Aishwarya herself should contribute an offset of plus 24, again from 40 kilo, that is the average. So just figure out the weight of Aishwarya, so that is 64 kilo. And then we can figure out the answer very quickly. So weight of Aishwarya is 64 kilo, and the difference in weights is required. So that would be 64 minus 16, that is 48 kilo. Another thing to take a note of, I mean, in this case, if you don't want to calculate the complete thing, you can avoid that, because weight of Abhishek is 40 minus 24 and weight of Aishwarya is 40 plus 24. So 40 is irrelevant. The difference will be plus 24 minus 24 difference. So that would be 48 any which way. So this is one good question, I mean, where you can apply offsets and everything to calculate very quickly. So that is for this particular question.